Yes, man. Well, today is the day. Cause we got a good one for the action bit. Because it's death battle time. And this death battle happens to be the 2025 finale of Death Battle. Yeah. Why did I say battle twice? Sorry. Yep. This death battle is going to be the legendary death battle of childhood legends between this dude you see right here, Ash Ketchum, up against the other dude that you're going to soon see, fight Ash, Yugi, Moto. So yeah, Ash Ketchum, Yugi, Moto. Oh boy, this is gonna be the most hypest, sickest death battle we gonna ever see the end of the year, man. I hope DCO's watching this. I hope everybody's watching this. I'm gonna be looking out for these reactions, y'all. Now, as much as I love Ash, let's just get this out the way right quick though. I know both series, watched both series. Didn't even stick around for the 25th battle. I heard Ash pretty much won the Pokemon Center League. Yugi pretty much accomplished mission, and Pharaoh accomplished his mission, vice versa, and hasn't been shown in any other Yu-Gi-Oh series from that point on. But this matchup works because this is one of these legendary matchups that they've been meaning to do. We ain't seen concept tracks of this, man. We all know going to this, they was gonna be picking this. We was waiting for this. This was supposed to be 200, but nope. This is the finale, people. This is the finale, people. What the heck, nigga? What the heck is this? What is this on? I'll just fix that later. But yeah, as much as I love Ash, as much as I've been a Pokemon fan, collecting cards, we all know Yugi's gonna win. Yugi's gonna totally stat stomp this little kid. He's gonna banish this dude to the shower room. And it's not because I don't want Ash to win. I'm rooting for him to win. But it doesn't seem like it's possible to win. That's part of the reason. That's pretty much the main reason. Half the other reason, Nintendo's been following up on the Power situation. And now they just giving up because Power wins. And it may be... And I bet you after this last battle, maybe when Nintendo looks at this, oh boy. They're going to definitely apologize to Power after this mess. And that'll be the first of many blows. Because sooner or later we're going to see, or we're hoping to see, Mario Sonic 3 to happen pretty much for the next year, so. But I'm not going to expect it to see it happening next year, because who knows what Deathbattle's going to do. Alright? And I also heard Champions Island got we got their winner. Is that Kamen Rider Geek Sky? Yeah, but you probably won't be seeing that not for a long while. From what I heard. But yeah, I've been running long enough. I got some things to do, some gameplays I got to do. So let's get this on, people. Let's turn this on. Let's turn this on.
Pikachu!
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Fly!
Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Moto.
The biggest question from the playground. Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
Oh, the kids get their first one at age 10. If you don't sleep in like Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
Ash wanted to be a Pokemon master, though he didn't really know.
Okay, let's see. Ash Ketchum made Sin for 25 years. Wow! So that 40-year-long coma was 100% true. Confirmed. Alright, anyway. He's 4'7". His hometown is Pallet Town. He's been the champion of Alda and World Coordination Series Monarch. And he got the key items, which I don't think is going to help him in this. that Rotom Pokedex, Rotom Phone, Z Power Ring, Z Crystals, Dynamax Band, Mega Glove, Lucario Knight, Rainbow Wing. I remember those items. I think the Lucario Knight is where he evolves Mega Lucario into Mega Lucario. Alright. Then there's the Mega, and then the Z Ring, we already know that. He does that Z move. And I think it was in like Sun and Moon. No, not Sun and Moon. I think it was Sun and Moon. Maybe. And so I guess it's like, oh wait. He's like Pokemon battles, training, catching leagues, summer camps, contests, showcase, movies, races, ping pong, sumo wrestling, eating contests, Poke Ringer. Also, whichever Poke Girl companion you ever watched growing up in National Ass Catching Day, September 5th. I didn't even know that's a holiday. National Ass Catching Day? What? Dang. Man. I guess at the end of the series, I guess he really is truly the master of Pokemon now. Congratulations, Ash. You didn't step up. Good luck trying to beat Yugimoto, though. Let's go.
What that meant yet.
How about taking down your rivals to be the very best, like no one ever was? Better than Gary and his dumb groupies.
Well, Ash knew he'd find his answers at the Pokemon League tournament.
So Oak hooked him up with the electric mouse, Pikachu. And what? He's your problem now, stupid.
Pikachu was a lot. The new duo had a rocky start, but after an intense first day together, the rest, as they say, is history.
25 seasons, over 1,200 episodes, and...
Yeah, this dude... Yeah, Ash been through a lot of journeys, man. This yeah, because I didn't see Ash's journey up until, like... Sun and Moon. Well, not... Just, like, till that beach, thing. I forgot it. Was it Sun and Moon? Which is... I think I could pretty much check it out. Hold on. Hold on, because I think it's okay, let me see. I think I have it. I think it was one of those. Okay, wait. I think it was up until. I think it may have been up until. I think it may have been up until Sword and Moon that I was watching it up until then, and it was on and Pokemon had bounced around, a lot of networks too, if you remember. It went from Kids W first, and then straight to Cartoon Network, by the way, and then straight up to Disney XD. So, and then I think to Netflix. So he's been around for like a long time. 25 seasons and 12,000, and I think 1,200 episodes. Yeah. I think we already know the whole burnout. I guess in this case for Ash been around for a long time is the whole burnout. Then the whole theory with Ash Ketchum being in a coma. So if he was like 10 years old for 25 years straight, then he is in a coma. Well, I think he was I think the thing was wrong. He was in a 40-year-long coma. So even only... Okay, well then again, we don't even know if that's the theory, but okay. That's some creepypasta stuff. But yeah, But I guess I would rather see Team 4 start doing a bridge version of Pokemon though. With Ash Ketchum. Now just to keep in mind though, the Pokemon is not the video games. Ash Ketchum, they're using the actual anime. The American, well, I want to say American cartoon. Yeah, the American anime from Pokemon, not the actual video games. The video games are going to play out a lot different. I think Red was in the video games too, but somehow Ash has met Red in the mangas, I think. But I think for the UCBL, I think that's a fight. That's a fight I would rather do with Ash, really. I know it's the same series, but think about it. Ash and Red are two legendary Pokemon trainers. So I guess in order for Ash... So even though Ash ain't gonna win, he might win against Red. But if I was to do this, the research is gonna be like we're gonna view this as a Pokemon battle. It ain't gonna be it's more of a fight to the last man with armies. Like Eggman, Bowser, you seen that, yeah. So, but I'm not gonna really spoil that here or there, because I already said too much already. But yeah, Ash has been through a lot. I think they're gonna discuss it.
The cornerstone of 2000s culture, Ash spent decades as a 10-year-old on the great Pokemaniac journey.
We should note, we are prioritizing the anime that Ash is from, which often differs from the original games that inspired it.
Ash is equipped with tons of Pokeballs and an all-knowing Pokedex. That's also a Pokemon. But in a fight, Ash usually chooses Pikachu. Give the yellow red enough voltage and you'll regret it. Even ground...
Okay. You know what? We already know who Pikachu is. The last time we seen this little... But then... The last time we seen this little fellow, it was against Blanca. But that isn't... I think that was more the wild Pikachu. This is Ash's Pikachu, by the way. We don't know... And I think we already know what the electric type. So, he's an electric type whack. Who can resist electric and steel type attacks. But it can absorb her power-ups. Weak to ground and attack types immune to power. I think I got his card. Ability, static, physical contact, induced paralysis. The moveset, he has Thunderbolt, Agility, Double Edge, Electro Ball, Iron Tail, Leer, Electro Rib, Quick Attack, Tackle, Thunder, Volt Tackle, Thunder Shot, and Sky Shot. Huh. Yeah. Plus, he pretty much loves to be in every thumbnail of YouTube, especially for Tinker Plays. You know, fun fact, guys. Being that Ash sets him in this Deathbattle, there's a reason I wanted Ash to lose it. That I want Ash to lose, because it's not that I want him to lose. Let's just be clear. I want the entire Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. I really want to see him lose, so that we want to see a dent in Nintendo's reputation go up in smoke out here. I mean, because of this whole Powerball lawsuit and stuff like that. Now, as far as with the whole thing, they're keeping it neutral, but the whole situation with Nintendo and Powerball, come on. If they're inspired by the same series and series of games and anime that they seen to make Powerball, why Nintendo would be the dumbest and Game Freak of all people to be suing them? Man. But that's neither here nor there, man. I'm gonna move on.
Types that would be immune to electric attacks in the games can't stop what this Pikachu dishes out.
Yet somehow Ash is just fine after repeatedly getting zapped by this same electricity. Over time, Pikachu learned Volt Tackle, Electro Web, Electro Ball, and...
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt! The perfect attack for outgoing flamboyant thieves and air balloons. Looks like they're blasting off again.
So clearly the anime doesn't follow the game rules. Like when Pikachu shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who, you know, is vulnerable to lightning.
But somehow they used thunder as a super armor. He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast. Whee!
Speaking of fast, Pikachu has intercepted lightning, but Quick Attack increases that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy plays crazy, opting for big damage over stalling.
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
As the great philosophers put it, if it works...
I remember that episode. I remember that one episode where he scanned that old thing, and when the robot scanning his moves, he exploded big time. Like, dang, bro. Like, man. I bet you one of his newer friends went and tried to fix that whole thing, and I think that was...
Is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic and brought them new allies. Misty, Brock, Serena, just to name a few. Underneath the stubbornness and crispy bikes, they are loyal.
Yeah. Aside from Brock, because we remember. There was Brock, Misty, Dawn, Serena. Pretty much every dude and every girl. Pretty much every girl he didn't pretty much he was friends with. I mean, this dude is basically this dude is basically a main protagonist with some real harem stuff, man. In every series. Okay, maybe not. But maybe not. They just want to try and keep it family friendly, but we all know, man. And it's one child's dream to meet every girl in the world he wants to meet, bro. But then again, he never had with any relationships. Yes. The word in the street has it that Ash might be gay. That's probably a joke. And also he has a bunch of rivals too. Let's just rivals too. Two of them I know. Gary Oak and Paul.
Friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're not just collecting dust in a shiny hunting box. Ash's League ID won't let him carry more than 6 at a time, but if he needs them, they'll all come running.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass types like Bulbasaur and Torterra induce status effects and heal with Synthesis.
But Sceptile's a menace. Yeah, so you got a big, scary Darkrai. Eat this Leaf Blade, Smeargle victim! Or that's what I would say if Tobias did an action replay of frickin' Latios. Give my man a win, 4Kids.
Well, 4Kids just did the localization. They didn't write the show.
They just get me heated. Almost as much as Infernape.
Let's just be honest. The show was written early by Nintendo and Game Freak. 4Kids only just published the whole rights on it. They didn't write the show though. It is the thing. Pokemon was basically, I think, But then again, Pokemon was also on Kids WB if you remember, and I think it was on the Saturday night lineup too. And I think the same thing. And I think Yu-Gi-Oh was also on there in the same time slot and Saturday morning cartoons as well, if you remember. Remember. And I think on top of that, X-Men Evolution was on there, and the Teen Titans and that. That's a matchup that I might be doing in the UCBL in the future, but it will not be in any of my seasons. But we'll keep it a secret with that. But okay.
Flare Blitz. Then I'll set my Inferno to overdrive, get my revenge, and Incineroar.
Ash had a fiery passion for reaching the top ASAP, but Charizard.
Okay, before he gets to the Charizard, that Incineroar was also in Super Smash Brothers, if you remember, and he incidentally he actually fought Ken too in Super Smash Brothers. In the trailers, you seen him in the trailer. This man, that Street it's like Street Fighter be fighting, and in Lucario, I think he's basically a Ryu type figure. Basically, you would say Incineroar. I would say Incineroar would be the Zangief for Pokemon. Yeah, Incineroar would be the Zangief for Pokemon, which I think Blaziken would be the actual Ken, which makes Lucario rare. Yeah. So they share a bit similarities, difference over. Pokemon are complete animals. Street Fighters are straight up street tier humans with superhuman moves. Which makes me think, Nate, can we see somebody as a Venereal or something? I wonder which Pokemon tastes like Chun-Li. I'll have to look it up later. Move on.
Wasn't on board. Pursuing pride over packs, Ash lost the Dragon Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo League.
Harsh lesson, but one he needed. Ash started bonding with Pokemon at a deeper level, and that friendship motivated.
So I guess they already said the names on the grass types. You got the Bulbasaur, Bayleaf, Talos, Sator, Snivy, leaving the Rolettes, and I don't think their cards. Fire types like Charizard, Olivia, Torkoal, Invernape. Big Knight, Incineroar. I probably have that card as well. Squirtle, Niter, Lapras, Totodile, Corporate, Buzzio, Oswald, Pelitoad, Greninja. I think I also had. I have yet to have a Greninja card. Flying type, Furry, Pidgeotto, Nutcow, Swallows, Staraptor, Blizzard, Unvision, Telephone. That's probably. So yeah, that's his grass types, fire types, water types, flying types. I don't think he has any steel types. If he had a steel type, it would
them to dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too. He's the last one you want to see on.
Oh, he does have fighting types. Primate, Heracross, Scraggy, Lucario, yep. Steve Fritz, yep, Lucario, the Ryu of Pokemon. Rock, ground, and steel types. Donphan, LaFleur, Bador, Crocodile, Lucario, I think it's Squirrable, Debbie, Nemel. Oh, and he has dragon types. Gibby, Goro, Norman, Nagadel, Dragonite, Dragofish. Other types. Mug 30 Taros, Mr. Time, Mimey, Snorlax, later Grunt Ninja. He probably...
Field. Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most unexpected signature move.
Seismic Toss!
The People's Pop-Up. So while Solar Beam explodes on impact, it explicitly absorbs sunlight for its beam. In episode 031, Diglett is said to pull its head underground faster than light speed. And if you remember the card, and I think there was a card on this one, Diglett could actually, dig underground too. I mean, now that I think about it, I really need to get back to playing the Pokemon Trading Card League. Because, the Pokemon Trading Card League game. Online and on my phone. Because I've been slacking off that mess. I've been playing Marvel Snap Map recently. You know, the game that Deathbattle used to, sponsor. Yeah, so. But yeah.
Of a Pokemon. Charizard's so strong, his flamethrower melts boulders. The Pokemon world is wild.
Ash's Pokedex spells it out. Vanillix causes blizzards. Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space. Dusknoir pulls souls into the...
So this one. Professor Oak's Pokemon Hollow Center is referenced by James in XY092 and in X005 and in XY005 and XY086. These episodes and segments are shown to be broadcast on TV, proving them canon. Yeah, because here's the thing. Professor Oak's been canon throughout the entire series. And he's pretty much already got that know-how on other types of Pokemon that people haven't even discovered. Which you can find in the Pokemon website. Because they got different types for different people. You gotta go looking for all the types. Some Ash has, and I think some Red has. Which, just come to think of it though, I pretty much need to use that Pokemon website for research if I'm gonna end up doing a Pokemon matchup. And I think one of them in my second season, just to let you on it, so happens to be Ryu and Lucario, but it's probably gonna be a wild Lucario, not an Ash version of Lucario. But anyway, Professor Oak's labs are always canon, and I think every lab in every region he goes to, he meets a Professor Oak. He does meet a Nurse Jenny, and he does meet a Nurse Joy and an Officer Jenny. Now, I don't even know if there's a theory that the Nurse Joys are clones, or the Officer Janes are clones, or they could just be the same people. Okay? And another fun fact for y'all about the whole Team Rocket, guys. The voice actor that plays Jesse had died now a while back. So I don't know if anybody you guys has known, but I think Robin of Anime America explained it. So yeah, a lot of people are dying this year, especially in the movie anime community. Yeah, but that's neither here or there. But yeah, RP to the VA that voices Jesse. Oh, and I think, spoiler for anybody that noticed, but Jesse and James did in fact get married in Yuri. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, so I guess their chasing Ace and the Pikachu days are kind of finally over, and their blasting on these are finally over, as it seems. But you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm about to put the whole entire Team Rocket combining Jesse, James, and Meowth up against freaking Roadrunner and freaking Wile E. Coyote. Yeah. Or basically just Roadrunner up against the entire Team Rocket. Basically. I think he'll do fine by himself with that Toon Force and crap. Anyway. Anyway, because he already killed Pops. I don't get you. But anyway, let's move on.
Spirit World.
Oh, and Pikachu cleared a storm as wide as an island. Gotta catch 'em all. Surfetch, Butterfree, Heracross, Scraggy, Lycanroc, Palpitoad, Torkoal, Snivy.
With new regions, soar new flying types
Okay,
like Pidgeot.
I don't even know if it's copyrighted or not. I don't know if they're allowed to do that Poke rap if it's copyrighted, but okay.
On land, Ash has physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile, and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly Piplup.
You want physical? Look at Ash. This twerp somehow carried around a Cosmoem, which canonically weighs over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basically a whole tree, he chucked it like it was nothing. Ash can
Hold up. So, I remember you've been showing me that feat. And I remember seeing it a long time. He can't throw that rock, and that weighs like a 1,000 tons. So Ash's strength beats he's on parallel, even though he actually just. But there's another thing. Could he throw hands or something? I don't know.
Use his own hands if he wants, and he does a lot. Maybe his secret is what's
I remember that Pokemon movie, the first movie that he was in. When he fought when him and his army of Pokemon fought the titular Mewtwo. Fun fact though, he's probably going to be the third episode in this channel and on the Kun Production channel for the UCBL up against Magneto. Because fun fact, they both fought the same S41 in two different facilities. For Magneto, he fought Setsubou in Deathbattle. Mewtwo fought Setsubou, but in Multiversus match though. But anyway, as far as who wins, well, I'm not gonna tell you because we ain't gonna spoil the number. Let's just say though, that Magneto and Mewtwo will be the fourth episode of the series of this UCBL series. But yeah, Ash could actually go up against him. And actually could hit his shield too. But he actually died in that one. So, turned to stone basically. So that's probably one of the bigger problems. That's his biggest issue. And that's going to be Ash's biggest issue. Could he survive getting sent to the Shadow Realm? Do not know. We'll see.
Soda Vikings.
Resilience is the bare minimum to HMO Unkgeta in the tall grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
Like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with Reflect, Light Screen, and Psychic. Yep, that Mr. Mime, the stepdad who Ash caught in a Pokeball and brought home. Oh, so that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with Aura. It's a life force that interacts with souls and links Ash with Lucario.
This Jackal excels at CQC and shoots steel beams and aura spheres. And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been handy at the Safari Zone when Ash accidentally caught 30 Tauros. And he keeps hugging them. Ash, they're bulls.
Ash genuinely loves his little guys, but boy does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again. Kid, just turn the hat backwards and lock in.
Ash's strength is not in battle theory, but his nurtured bonds. He knows Pokemon feelings better than anyone. With Greninja, Ash learned to synchronize their senses and movements, transforming him into Ash Greninja.
It comes with a huge power increase, but there's a catch. Ash shares Greninja's pain. A small price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran the ones with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. And just a normal Gardevoir can conjure black holes.
Ash's Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice balls and jelly-filled donuts. They saved the world from Lysander, who tried to kill all...
Stop this. Man, this is a long, analysis for Ash. Ash and his Pokemon Ash and his Pokemon, resisted Lycander's mind control thanks to their bonds. James Ike similarly escaped non-Mars control, the strongest hypnotic Pokemon. I thought Hypno was the strongest Pokemon, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, move on.
life. They fought the Giants, the Reggie kind, not the New York ones, who halted Reggie Gigas, who can tow entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone and Alon, who fought the terraforming primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre.
Yeah, don't get me started on Alon. Ash did everything right, but no! Greninja still lost to his Charizard after only getting hit 3 times. How does Blastburn beat Water Shuriken? Get your type charts right, 4Kids.
Boomstick, 4Kids weren't even around anymore when this aired. Regardless, after his loss...
Yeah. Come on, Boomstick. 4Kids wasn't even around when this aired, man. In fact, it was Nintendo and Game Freak that made this whole thing. 4Kids wasn't even around at this point. 4Kids was gone, so was 4Kids TV, and the Fox Box was also gone. In fact, that's what ended Saturday morning for us forever after that, man. And it was pretty much because video games was rocking this mess, television networks, now television networks are a thing in the past. We even got streaming now. And it's a whole entire butterfly effect, man. I mean, and I bet you people can go to all these other shows to actually watch them, but you would have to go to several different streaming shows for the entire seasons. Who would want to pay for these streaming services to go with that when you can easily just go and pirate yourself, man? Dang. And on the Pokemon website, god damn people. Anyway.
Kalos, Ash traveled to Alola and beyond to train, and thanks to some really delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Kaiju Gengar! He haunts foes with G-Max Terror, or even swallows them up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need is a power ring, some JoJo poses, and Thunderbolt will evolve into
10 million volt Thunderbolt! This Rainbow Lightning is their ace. You see this coming? You're cooked. Absorb electricity? Cooked. Fused with an Ultra Beast? Cooked.
Ash journeyed so much that monsters from another dimension are nothing to him. Naganadel is a poisonous sniper, and Solgaleo is basically the sun god, a legendary Pokemon whose Sunsteel Strike lights.
Finally we get to these feats. Man, look at how long it took him to get to these feats. Blast Team Rocket almost every episode. Blast Team Rocket off almost every episode. Cause that's what they be doing. They been blasting off again. Until Ash finally called the quits. And they got married and that's it. They'll be blasting off one more time after what Wile E. Coyote might be doing to them. And Thunder obliterated most of the Triangle Rock. Exceeded Conway and Clembot's calculations. So Gallo can light up the universe. Pikachu up the halt. Doggo wartime. Ash and his Pokemon dodged lightning attacks, won the Orange League, Melma Conference, World Series, defeated Gary Brandon Paul! Defeated Gary! The egotistical doofus, Brandon Paul, the egotistical maniac! The egotistical maniac! Man, he treated his Pokemon like three. Kui, Iris, Wallace, Steven, Cynthia, Leon. And he has yet to fight Red. He has yet to defeat Red. We'll change that soon. Anyway,
the universe.
Ash got a god in his bag for just being a nice dude. Smell you later, Gary.
In fact, when Ash and friends band together, they can halt Dialga's Roar of Time. And Dialga literally controls the concept of time. Is there a legendary Pokemon he hasn't befriended?
But it all started with Pikachu, so it was gonna end with Pikachu. In the Tournament of Champions, and Alon, Ash faced the #1 trainer. Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free! 4Kids, let my boy win! Yes!
Sure. Ash did his best, and he had no regrets. Now free to hand over his torch to new bright-eyed trainers.
Ash realized that, to him, a Pokemon Master was someone who was friends with every Pokemon. So he and Pikachu threw a stick in the air and walked away it landed, because in the world of Pokemon, the journey continues.
Always, dummy. Yeah. And it goes on and freaking on. Even forever. Until the freaking power lost it. God dang it, man. Everybody wanted a mature version. But no, Nintendo just said, no. Plus, see, it's kind of freaking trash, man. Man, Nintendo, why can't Nintendo just let people be inspired to make their own versions of Pokemon? Jesus. I really hope Yugi wins this, man, because if he doesn't, I'm gonna be really mad. There's gonna be a problem.
Many a theorist have tried to solve the mystery of ancient Egypt. What was the secret to such a glorious civilization?
Time travel? The divine hand? Aliens? Nah, they were gamers!
Egyptians played games. With sorcery,
Games.
these magical ceremonies punished dark hearts with swift death. The Shadow Game.
No, Wiz, they were banished to the Shadow Realm! Wink!
Sadly, the way of the Shadow Games was lost across time and the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. It's said the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment on evil, and in the modern day, Yugi reassembled it and wished for a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid that helped run his grandpa...
I guess if you remember the stories in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Pharaoh was the one who created the Shadow Games, but his real name is Yama Yugi. Right? That's who the Pharaoh is. The Yugi found the spirit of the Pharaoh in one of the Millennium Puzzle sheath in the pyramid. Yeah, with that all singing on. Get it? Yep. I guess they probably worked for the Illuminati and Bill Cipher a lot. Okay. But here's Mr. Yama Yugi. Age 18. He's 5'2". He's 5. Weighs 992 pounds. What? Oh my God! So he's age 18. So now you got an age 18-year-old going up against a 10-year-old. Well, technically a 40-year-old, but 5 foot. And he weighs 92 pounds. What the? This kid must be anorexic. And he's 18 years old. Oh my God, dude. Man, eat some food and beef up or something. So he comes from Domino City. He's the champion duelist kingdom in Battle City. Wait, did he win against Kyber? Oh yeah, he must have did. And he's called the king, and his title is the King of Games. Legendary. Boss title right there. Then the Master of Pokemon. Because whereas Ash is the Master of Pokemon, Yugi, as far as Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yama Yugi, they're the King of Games. The King of Games, which means Yogi, the Godfather of Games. So what is this? The Yu-Gi-Oh! version of the Sopranos or something? Like man, for real. What is this? The Yu-Gi-Oh! Mafia? Come on, whatever. And guess his likes duel monsters because and so does everybody likes duel monsters. In fact, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game that everybody's been playing on console online about this, and it's a real life trading card game too. So technically, duel monsters in real life run this Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. And he also likes toys, hamburgers, leathers, games, puzzles, and Solomon, Yami. Yeah, that's the spirit of Pharaoh. Toys, but he's like 18, right? Oh well, I guess if you're senior, you still can play with toys. Whoa, wait a minute. He's friends with confirmed. Friends with with the same it's not too long. He probably already basically in Johnny Johnson. Somebody needs to get that jammer, please. Please! Hit it! Don't kill my stick! I bet now, please, thank you!
Game Shop.
But little did he know that completing the puzzle would link his spirit to an ancient pharaoh.
Yami, always willing to lend Yugi a hand, and always on demon time while doing so. He's anime Jigsaw. Yami wants to play a shadow game.
Oh, they're using the manga. Oh, they're using the manga. Oh, here's the thing. I heard that from Negative Legend. The manga in Negative Legend was really, really freaking mature for people's ages, man. Like, straight up rated M for mature. Because it got, like, freaking cigarettes, cursing, dance pretty much everything. That's the whole bang. And it's all about that. 4 Kids had this, and they wanted to, like, take all the stuff and make it family friendlier and make it focus just on the card game. Good on them, though. But yeah, good on them, though. But the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Was one of the ones people were growing up with. But others like Zaxxol and Nexol. Wait. GX, Zaxxol, 5Ds. It clicked with most people, but it wasn't really just the same, I guess.
Whether it's Griddle Air Hockey, Mario Party with Chloroform, or the game that would take his world and ours by storm, Duel Monsters.
It's a summoner's war. Time to send monsters to the graveyard and take your foe down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was kidnapped by the deranged CEO, Seto Kaiba, Yugi knew it was time to knock him down the only way he knows how. Playing a children's card game.
And for his
playing a children's card game. Let's face it. And here's another thing, though. They share a past life. If you think about it, they also share a past life.
Kaiba was given a penalty game. Lose or cheat against Yami at your own peril. With the puzzle, Yami can punish you in some seriously messed up ways. Illusions of being...
Also, Yami, basically Dark Yugi, he's also the spirit of it. See, I told you this. Dark Yugi, spirit of an ancient pharaoh, resides in the Millennium Puzzle. Puzzle abilities, various clairvoyance illusions, penalty games, probably manipulations, monster summoning, shadow game, stealing, telepathy. Okay, how's Ash? I got a question. How is Ash gonna stack up to all of his abilities you see right here? I don't think he could, man. Because this is a serious, you're dealing with Ash. He can create barriers, and this dude can create illusions. He'll throw in some penalty games at you. He'll play some shadow games at you. I hope you have a number of mental resistance. This is the seal as well. This spirit is broken. I'm gonna say this, man. Boy, Nintendo, you about to lose this. You really gonna pay for it. Nintendo, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You gonna pay for this power lawsuit, bro. You gonna leap after this. You gonna leave power alone, and you'll never speak of this ever again after that. Then you gonna cry inside the video played and.
Set on fire, swapping your soul, or the infamous Mind Crush.
The Millennium Puzzle does far more than force hallucinations. It brings monsters to reality, forms barriers, manipulates probability, and seals away spirits.
You can't buy this. It and 6 other Millennium...
Okay, let me see this. Others have used penalty games at will to incapacitate victims, but Yami doesn't need to resort to them unless he wins a game or catches them cheating. You better hope you don't do that, Ash. You better hope you don't.
Items are juiced up by ghosts.
Despite Yami's retribution, Yugi wasn't aware of this darker half. Yami had amnesia, so he didn't know himself either. But after a run-in with enemy Millennium Ring user Dark Bakura and some seriously hardcore LARPing, Yugi and Yami learned each other's shtick and made the dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg Joey, Yugi and Yami...
Yeah, I guess we remember Taya, Tristan, and Joey. Yep, we remember those people. Power things getting BS. And that's all the stuff they didn't cover the power of friendship. Last year they covered with the power of friendship with freaking Clive. Big donkey in last episode. Oh boy. I got something for Clive, man. I got something for Clive. You wait. When Bayonetta steps to this fool, you gonna see a not beautiful woman who's an armor wrist that you will never fuck with. He'll teach you to bring out that beast, alright. He'll teach you to bring out that beast, alright. And then you'll learn you some manners.
Ready for anything.
Because Yugi had a great early deck. Monsters for offense, spells for effects, and traps for setups. Oh, and there they go.
Okay, if Yugi's deck is so good, why isn't it the meta? Put me in, coach. Face my 2,000 card deck.
Don't be too quick to judge. Yugi's a very clever strategist.
So this is his entire deck. I bet you that's everybody's deck. We got the normal and effect monsters, ranging from Alpha Beta and the Alpha Beta and the Gamma, the Magnet Warrior, the Beaver Warrior, the Curse of the Dragon, the Dark Magician. That's everybody's favorite. Everybody's favorite card guard warrior. The Pharaoh Imp, the Gaia, the Fierce Knight. That's everybody else's favorite. Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts. Everybody else's favorite. Giant Soldier of Stone. Horn Imp. Jack's Queens and King's Knight. Coronary Dragon, Mammoth, Summon Guard. Summon Skull. Rain Dragon of Ra. Guardian of the Fortress. AKA the Winged Dragon of Ra, boy. The Arsfiends Hilfer. The effect monsters we're going into. Big Shield Gunner. Blackluster Shoulder Envoy of the beginning. Catapult Turtle. Karibo. I forgot about his name. Little Karibo. Protect Yugi. Lane Guard and Marshmallow. Mystical Elsa, the Magician. Who else we got?
That works best at maximizing the use of so-called terrible
What else we
cards.
got?
Yeah, cool story, Wiz, but what's...
Okay, who else we got? More effect monsters. Everybody's favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Waifu. Dark Magician Girl. And the Dark Magician of Chaos. Electromagnetic Turtle, the Exodia, the Forbidden One. The top guy. Gandor, the Dragon of Destruction. The Tricky Time Wizard, Toy Magician, Toy Soldier, Backline, Magnum Warrior. I'm actually making some rhymes around here. You got the Vision Monsters, Arcane Knight, Joker, the Chimera, the Flying Mystical Beast, the Dark Paladin, the God, the Drag Champion, the Egyptian Gods. Oh yeah, Mr. Obelisk himself, the Tormentor, Sulfur, the Sky Dragon, the Ring Dragon of Ra. I already said Ring Dragon of Ra. Whoever is the the creator, Hoka Thathley, the creator of Light. Alright. But yeah, fun fact with those, Obelisk, Slifer, and Ra, those are the actual classes that are in GX. And I think Jade and Yuki pretty much wears the Slifer jacket. Because he's part of that Slifer class. Could he be like a better duelist than Yugi? I wouldn't really say he's a better duelist. I think the other guy who's from 5Ds might be holding that title. Then let me know in the comments who you think is a better duelist than Yugi right now. Let me know let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments who you think is a better duelist than Yugi right now. Just name them off the top of the dome. Who you think is the better duelist? And I'll wait. Okay, but I'm not gonna wait long. I gotta play this.
What are you gonna do about the 3 blue eyes Kaiba's got aiming at his dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have it multiply. With a 1,000 strong meat shield, a dragon's breath is a gentle breeze.
Well, okay. Didn't know Yugi had that dog in him, but I'm about brute force. Buster Blader and Celtic Guardian are sick, nasty swordsmen. Summon Skull shoots bolts of lightning, and the Giant Soldier of Stone can destroy moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast forwards or rewinds a local area of time, turning monsters to...
Come on. Yugi gives Time Wizard to Johnny, but has used it in his deck. That's such as in the novel Automatic Giant. Another Time Wizard, Yugi summoned another card of the field. He planned to draw out Kaiba's trump card from the Time Wizard card. Day's Luck Magician appeared, raising his magic one Time Wizard. Oh yeah, I guess Seto Kaiba was aware of that card. One of the
infants
others.
or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right hand, Dark Magician, and his apprentice, Dark Magician Girl.
Both are masters of dark magic, and Yugi often pairs them with the damage redirecting magic cylinder. Now that's thinking with portals.
There's support monsters too. Catapult Turtle is a bot with a cannon that literally launches other
That's
monsters.
what it is.
And when Yugi comboed it with Gaia and Swords of Revealing Light, which immobilizes monsters, they brought down an entire fortress. Wait, that's not how the card game works. Is he cheating?
Well, we're prioritizing the manga and anime over anything else, which can differ from the real-world card game.
Okay, but let's stop it right there. The manga, if you haven't, you should go watch the legend stuff. The manga is basically has a lot of swearing going on, a lot of alcohol use going on, a lot of cigarette. That's what the manga is. But the anime is very different because it has kind of like none of those things. To be honest with you. Moving on.
Yugi also has tons of spell cards.
Oh my god. This is a lot to read. It's gonna be a lot to read, so bear with us here. Aria from Beyond Berserker Soul, Book of Secret Eyes, Bounce Spell, Brain Control, Burning Land. Card Destruction, Change of Aria, Curse-Breaker, Dark Hole, Dark Magic, Twin Burst, Defusion, Dispel, Diffusion Wave Motion, Dimension Magic, Excalibur, Being Sanctuary, Gold, Golden Sarcophagus, Rachel Charity, Horn of the Unicorn, Light Force, Sword, Lightning Blade, Magic Barrier, Magic Blade, Ice Sword, Magic Formula, Magical Hats, Maku, the Magical Mist, Marshmallow Glasses, Mirage Spell, Monster Reborn. That's the one right there that everybody else wants to pull out, want to get their monsters back. Monster Reincarnation, Monster Recovery, Monster Replace, Multiply, Mystic Blocks, Mystical Space Typhoon, Owner Seal, Polymerization, Resurrect Your Monsters, Pot of Greed, getting more cards, Pump Up, Ride the Rock, Soul Release, Soul Taker, Swords, Revealing 1,000 Knives, Toy Box, Turn Jump, ooh. Any more?
Monster Reborn resurrects a fallen friend. Turn Jump is a time skip, and Pot of Greed lets Yugi draw 2 more cards, like Pot of Greed, which lets him draw 2 more cards, like...
If things get dicey, he has more trap cards to level the field.
More. There's more. Ambush, Shield, Chain of Destruction, Dark Renewal, Dimension Guardian, Dimension Mirage, Directing, Reflector, Dimension Sphinx, Dust Tornado, Fate of Rage, Magic Seal, Little Magnet Force, Metamorphosis, Morphosis, Misrage Ruler, Mirror Force, Mystical Rift for now, Negate Attack, Nutrient Seed, Relay, Soul, Sand Force Assist, Soul Shield, Spell, Bondage, Circle Time, Seal, and much more, boy. Oh, that's a lot.
Sphinx, which reflects damage directly back at the opponent's life points.
And if his monsters and life points get wiped, he can just press Ctrl-Z with Mirage Ruler to get them all back.
Pair these cards with Yugi and Yami's teamwork, and nothing could stand in their way. Not even the game's own creator, Pegasus.
Get this, Pegasus can read minds. So in their duel, Yugi and Yami kept swapping souls Freaky Friday style, trusting each other to pick up on the strategies they left behind. And the mind reader was stumped. Yeah, they cheated.
No, Pegasus was reading their minds. Regardless, Yugi and Yami are an excellent dueling pair. Yami trusts Yugi to improve on his plans, while Yugi expects Yami to be his bolder half.
They're not just smart. These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers, resist getting their souls ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most common duel monster can cause tsunamis, rain down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of this power culminated in Battle City, hosted by Kaiba Corp.
Because Kaiba really wanted that salty run back against his rival.
Salt only surpassed by Yami's biggest hater, Merrick, who wanted the 3 Egyptian god cards to take him out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric Dragon, Ra, the God Phoenix, and Obelisk, who strikes with the power of infinity.
This was a different ball game altogether, but Yugi was starting to stand on his own 2 feet.
So Yami and Yugi kept dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end. Or stop bullying Joey. But to claim the Egyptian gods, Yugi and Yami had to face them in duels, pulling off some ridiculously high IQ plays.
When battling Slifer, they used a handful of weak cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went past the gods' limits.
And later, Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they did something similar against Paradox. It's kinda crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods. which are way stronger than mid-tier monsters that are 5 to 9 stars.
Mid-tier cards aren't pushovers. Darkhold Dragon is a sentient black hole, planet alignment moves solar systems, and Jaden's Glow Neos destroyed a relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
But at the top would be the...
Several feats are holographic monsters. These monsters and their abilities become real without alteration through Millennium items, Cabal, Dual Disc, V, etc., making such feats applicable. Okay. Man, they're really pulling out the stops in this research. Oh my god. Alright, let's go.
great evil god Zork, who showed up to plunge existence into the realm of darkness. It was time for Yugi to finish the puzzle of who Yami really is.
If the monsters weren't real before, they sure were now. Everyone has soul energy, Ba, which manifests as Ka, or a spirit. When used in tandem with the bonds of his cards, Yugi can will dual monsters into reality, even drawing anyone he wishes by believing in the heart of the cards.
I knew it! He's been cheating all this time! He doesn't just make up rules, he's stacking his deck!
Not at all. For Yugi, drawing the card he needs isn't just luck, it's an actual skill that he developed. It's even expanded in following series like GX and 5Ds.
Okay, well, I'd be the king of games too if I could just decide I have a royal flush every round.
Whatever. Yami rediscovered his Egyptian past, his multiple lifelong bonds, and his real name, Atem. Claiming his place as the ruler of the
forgot he had a
Atem
real
fused
name.
the Egyptian god cards to summon Harakti, the creator of light.
She's the ultimate duel monster who banished Zork and all of his scary darkness for good. The epitome of, screw you, I win.
No kidding, for Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's
Okay. Dodge light speed lasers. Choreograph light created the multiverse. Oh lord. Yes, you are so screwed. This feat is gonna get him. Atem blocked a full power blast from Zork, overcome Payton Aegis, mind reading and other attacks as the Dragon Master Knight. He caused a blast that was visible from space, destroyed the Millennium Ring as it enveloped all of existence in darkness. When duelists Kingdom Battle City and other tournaments, and has defeated Pegasus, Marrak, Darts, Baruka, Kaiba, as Algami, Zork, and Atem. Why Atem? I mean, what did Yugi did to Atem though?
Verse with that same light. Judgment had passed. Across many duels, evil was vanquished. There was only one more thing left to do.
A post-game boss duel between Yugi and Atem.
Their farewell was both climactic and bittersweet. Yugi had grown as a duelist and a person. His victory proved that he no longer needed Atem's help to be his bolder half.
Even when Atem was an entire dimension away or busy slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros. Okay, it should have been me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous, you're so cool.
Yugi moved on to a career in game design and passed the torch to future duelists. He would be remembered as the greatest duelist there ever was.
Except to Kaiba, who tried to ascend to the afterlife to rematch Atem. Goes to show you that money can't buy you happiness, but it sure can buy you a sweet rocket ship.
There will always be another story, another duel, another game. And you won't find yourself a better opponent than the king of games.
Damn. Yugi really did come a long way. Oh, that's why. But it was more of a friendly matchup, though. I guess the reason why he did beat Atem was because he kind of no longer need him around, so. Kind of like how in Hunter x Hunter, going on and kill Lover's friendship was. He ended up having to stop palling around with him just to protect his sister. But yeah. Even in separation, bros will always be bros. Count on it. And they can say that you can choose your friends and be your family. I think Yugi chose really well. And the same with Ash. And with Ash, let me just put this volume down a bit. Ooh boy. You forgot to forgive me for running because I've been going out and walking and stuff. Okay, let's do this.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Before we start, let's lay some ground rules.
We're treating this as a real-time fight, much like typical battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible, we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to death battle!
Alright, man. I'm still picking Yugi to win this, man. Because all the feasts and all the cards and every last one of his cards out here are freaking straight up multiversal, man. And Yugi's basically is multiversal and everything, bro. I mean, I'm sorry, Yash, you ain't got no chance, dude. I mean, you got Pikachu, you got your water types, you got your flame types, you got every type around here. But how is that gonna stack up the freaking... How is that gonna stack up the freaking Ring Dragon of Light? You screwed, man. You are so... man. Nuh-uh, man. You was screwed. Nah, bro. We gon' It's time for... What time is it? It's time for SSD. Let's go.
You okay, Pikachu? This Four-on-4 is tricky. Hang in there!
You have Spirit, but I have Lightning Blade and Excalibur to boost my attack, and I set one card face down to end my turn.
Yeah. Okay, guys, it's our turn now. Pikachu, throw him up with Quick Attack! Everyone else, back him up! Great job! Now, Thunderbolt!
Don't get ahead of yourself. You forgot about my face down card. Rise! Dimension Space!
Oh, I get it. Good thing we brought them all, right, Pikachu?
What do you mean, them all?
Charizard! I choose
I'm sorry, partner. Don't worry.
It's my turn now!
Okay.
I just need to
In the
believe
heart of the cards, Yugi.
in the heart of the cards!
Who's that Pokemon?
Araxi! Goddess of light! This is it! Magicians! Flash burning magic! Araxi! Joser!
Pikachu, let's finish this. Together!
You activated my trap card! Magic Cylinder! With it, I'll send your Thunderbolt back to attack your life points directly! That was an awesome duel, Ash.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Oh, my childhood! Whiz, quick! I need your tears! We can save him!
There's a lot to this, so let's break it down by experience, strategy, and monsters. Starting
Before
with
they finish. Okay. That's what they get for your Pokemon lawsuit. Now take your stupid Pokemon lawsuit and get out of here for the platinum turn down and Game Freak. Your bass game ain't on board, bro. Yes. Done. Let's
both
finish
Ash
this,
and
man.
Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of the best, and traveled all over the world.
But Ash traveled more, was in more tourneys, and saved the world way more often. And despite what people say, he wins a lot.
Even Atem's stint as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow like Ash's Pokemon.
So Ash wins in experience, but when it comes to strategy, he's a wild card.
He's skilled at improvisation and using the environment to win. Even machines cannot comprehend his tactics.
But the same goes for Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is second to none. They're masters at exploiting weaknesses, setting up tricks, and surprising foes with so-called weak cards.
Both could likely adjust to each other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse-style win was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's trust in his Pokemon knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real, and Yugi is determined to support his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash
go back.
Ninja.
Yeah, Ash had
Adjust to each other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse-style win was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's trust in his Pokemon knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real, and Yugi is determined to support.
So Gengar's original trainer claimed the name he causes misfortune, but this is false. Gengar's body only mentioned the cursing and his cursed body ability. Atem can bend fate, even defeat an opponent with supernatural abilities. With supernaturally. Good luck. Wow. So when it comes...
his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash has aura, but he never mastered it. And specialties like Mega Evolution and Gigantamax, while awesome, only work with specific Pokemon.
And since Ash focuses on offense far more,
it's unlikely Ash's Pokemon could overcome Yugi's attack, disabling and redirection. Pokemon moves are affected by disable and Team Rocket's Warp effect regularly affects Ash's attacks. This includes C moves, which have been overpowered, such as Gunman's Mud and Godspeed.
more than support, Yugi could control the pace of the fight with cards like Swords of Revealing Light and Magic Cylinder.
But I know some of you are asking, what if Ash grew hands? The kid's strong enough to chuck trees and lift baby gods. Just punch him, man. Well, Yugi's similarly tough, and the Millennium Puzzle can make shields, steal ghosts, cast illusions, and...
Ash could attempt to destroy Yugi's cards, dual disc, but Yugi has too many defenses for him to reliably do so. Yugi also requires neither to summon monsters. But even if they were to fight him, even if they were straight up boxing and whatnot, it still wouldn't even freaking matter. He still could clock him too. Stop.
Just fine. If Ash actually tried to punch him, it'd be Mewtwo all over again.
It's a close call, but Yugi takes the edge in strategy.
So it all comes down to the monsters. Yugi had a slightly larger pool of monsters, but Ashes can clear out island-wide storms, fight terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However, Yugi's can rain down meteors, compete with larger black holes, and even the
Ash struggled against Dogia, Paulina, Mewtwo, Luigi during journeys. Cynthia and Garchomp and had her Draco Meteor easily stops out by Palika's special Ren. Even with generous scaling and favorable interrogations of Ultra Space, Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse is infinite and condemns dimensionally transcended spaces in the afterlife. None of realms surpassing Pokemon's cosmetology.
Scale to Glowneos, destroying that relativity field with a universe. And Herakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
And Yugi had more than just monsters on the field. Ash's strength was also his weakness. His power was evenly spread, relying only on his remaining Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints, no more psychic barriers. If he lost Lucario, no more...
In the mystery dungeon, a Grinkar resurrected someone by pulling their soul out of the afterlife. Askren has never displayed this ability. Yugi has ways of stopping resurrection, including advancement, so direction. This would also stop Ash from resurrecting the Rainbow Wing.
Mega Evolution, and so on. The longer the battle went, the less Pokemon Ash had, and he did not have a reliable way to bring them back. He doesn't carry revives on him, and even then, reviving Pokemon in the anime is entirely different from the games. Meanwhile, Yugi had cards like Mirage Ruler and Monster Reborn that could instantly recall powers he's lost.
And he can, bend fate to
An alternate version as appears in Pokemon Masters EX, including willing with scaling with surpass Yugi's best feats, and would suggest Yugi should get Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. Link scaling, which also expands his options even more. Oh boy, that's gonna
card he wants, and we didn't even cover them all. Really, Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility and power swept Ash's options, giving his monsters the lead. He just needed the right moment to knock Ash stone cold.
That was a good attempt at a pun, Wiz. You might not think it's Pharaoh, but Ash got Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Moto.
I think that's Ichigo's sword there. Wait. Could Ichigo be fighting that dude? Wait, could he be fighting? No, not Tanjiro, come on, dude. Dude, not Tanjiro. How is he gonna even see him? I guess stay tuned for Deathbattle 26. I guess we'll have to find that out. So yeah, that was it. That was it for this one. I think this was the most epic death battle. I mean, this is like the epic death battle. I want to know what track this that brought this on, bro. The best of the best. Yeah. I knew Ash would win. As much as I like, well, not Ash, Yugi. But I guess Ash would win too. I mean, he didn't came through though. But he lost to Yugi. Yeah. And Nintendo, that's your message right there. You better leave Power alone, you dig? You better leave him alone. Okay, so yeah, man. And this is crazy though. This is some crazy stuff though. So I don't know. TJ, wait. So Devil Artemis is back, animating this. Ooh, crazy though. I don't even know if it's short. I was Sorian what was doing this. He did the last one. Okay, so. Yep, this is the official score. Millennial Monsters. Nice ring to wait. Because I think we would dedicate this score to all the millennials out there that survived this. I want to listen to that track again. That'll be our millennial theme song though. So yeah. Devil Artemis was going to do this. Oh god. So we can't wait for the next season, the next year. This has got to be one of the most epic battles out of all of this. I think this, if I was a Uranium System, this would take the top spot at least. Way more epic than I could give that thing credit for, man. As well as, this tops it. The thing is, this surpasses even freaking Kratos Ashura, Spawn versus Ghost Rider. Hell, it even surpasses the 200th episode, which is Ruby versus Maka, bro. Now that I think about it, though, I think it's something. I think I have a matchup in mind for Yugi and the Pharaoh to fight. It'll be a big, even if he has two people and a bunch of dual monsters. Let's say he goes up against 5 teenagers with attitudes and the Power Rangers. And we're not talking any Power Rangers. No. Not the OG. Although they're a part of it. We're talking about the legend, the Hall of Fame of Power Rangers is something you're going up against, Yugi. The entire Super Force Megaforce, the entire Megaforce / Super Megaforce team of Power Rangers. The entire squad with all the keys to every Power Ranger power they have. They can not only take your monsters, but with that Shadow Grid feat dimensions, oh man, Yugi, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're about to get sent up to the heavens above to see Ash one more time out here. I guess you're gonna have your rematch after all, Ash. We're sending you out there. We're sending you up there. Because for these Power Rangers of the Super Mega Force kind, it'll be a super mega win for these fools. Hell, they even got Samurai. And last I heard, they probably got the new people. They even got the new teams. Woo! That's a whole army. Hope you have a mega like to do this because those swords are multiversal. I'm about to phone the connection for it, but that's gonna wrap it up, because I gotta play through. I got to get to, and before you finish, I am trying to bring out the regular playthroughs on my other channel. Working on the animation for versus, working on the research stuff for freaking the UCBL episode 2 is coming out soon. So you won't even have long to wait to see more battles going on. If you got any more recommendations for battles, like I'm thinking I want to react to Nebula Theater card versus someone that I've seen it many times, many times, man. So please, yeah. So you're gonna react, and also in the meantime, I'm actually working on another playthrough, but this is not just any playthrough. It's the Prince of Persia playthrough. I already tested it out. It's gonna be crazy good. So I'm probably going to get off that, and I'm probably going to like do that playthrough right now, because you guys are gonna be seeing it. You probably will be seeing it pretty much the next week, because I'm gonna probably finish out putting out the playthrough for record, and then you're gonna be seeing the first 5 episodes of Prince of Persia pretty much the week after. So, that was an amazing year. Another Deathbattle in the bag, and it's independent now. Can't wait. But for right now, this is Unkgeta Blue, and I'll see you guys in the next video pretty soon. Take care.